नाही काय करू शकत नाही. तो हलवू नाही शकत. तिकडे
Thank you, team Vignahar and Nashik. And now, before we unveil the identity, here's a short film on why this moment was born. Let's have a look. So, this is the moment we all have awaited, the unveiling of the name and the identity. May I invite our chief guest, Dr. V. Suresh, and dignitaries, ER Vijay Sanap sir, Engineer Ravindra Dhanai, Engineer Anil Kadbhane, to the console. 3, 2, 1. iFACE, Indian Federation of Association of Civil Engineers. From this moment, we carry the name iFACE with pride. And now, we are proceeding to the installation of the iFACE national team. May I request our chief guest, Dr. V. Suresh, to kindly come on the dais and present the sash. I request sir to present sash to Engineer Vijay Sanap sir, National President iFACE. Thank you sir. And now I request Dr. V. Suresh, Chief Guest of the function, to present the sash to Engineer Anil Kadbhane, National Vice President, West Zone of iFACE. Let's capture this moment with a group photo. Thank you, everyone. And now I request the dignitaries to take their seats. Our sincere thanks to our partners, including UltraTech Cement and SRJ World of Steel. Now I'm inviting SRJ World of Steel for their presentation.
एक गुलाम बने भारत से एक आजाद और विकसित भारत तक, कई धर्मों और कई भाषाओं की नींव पर खड़ा भारत अब विश्व को नई दिशा दे रहा है। भारत हर पल बन रहा है मजबूत से और मजबूत। भारत के इसी जज्बे को और मजबूत बना रहा है एक नाम, SRJ। 1971 में शांतिलाल जी पित्ती के नेतृत्व में जालना को मिला उसका पहला स्टील प्लांट, और आज जालना को भारत की स्टील सिटी के नाम से जाना जाता है, जिसमें SRJ ने एक अहम भूमिका निभाई है। आज SRJ हर साल कई लाख टन सरिये का उत्पादन कर रहा है और इन 50 सालों में आधुनिक तकनीक को अपना आधार बनाकर लोगों का अटूट विश्वास जीता है।
Established in 1971, today SRJ is 50 plus years stronger. A strong legacy that spans from being the pioneer of the steel industry in the Jalna cluster to incorporating the most technologically advanced systems in our operations. With a unique blend of unwavering values and abundant passion, SRJ is committed to making India stronger by bringing smiles to every Indian who experiences us.
SRJ सिर्फ उच्च क्वालिटी के TMT बार्स ही नहीं, बल्कि देश की हर बड़ी संरचना बनाने में अपना योगदान दे रहा है। एक मजबूत भारत का निर्माण ही SRJ का एकमात्र उद्देश्य है।
With an ambition to manufacture world-class steel products, our ingredients at heart are raw material of the highest grade, cutting-edge technology, stringent world-class quality standards, and an organization culture that fosters leadership.
सटीक तकनीक, रॉ मटेरियल की गुणवत्ता और एक अग्रिम उत्पादन प्रक्रिया, यही SRJ TMT बार्स की अडिग नींव है।
इस 50 सालों में SRJ स्टील ने पूरे भारत भर में करोड़ों लोगों को अपने साथ जोड़ा है। हमारे इस सफर में भारत के कई राज्यों में SRJ ने अपना सरिया पहुंचाया है। यह मुमकिन हुआ है हमारे 2000 से अधिक डीलर्स और हम पे विश्वास करने वाले हमारे लाखों इंजीनियर्स, बिल्डर्स, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स और हमारे अनगिनत कस्टमर्स। इन्हीं के सहयोग से SRJ ने भारत के हजारों इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट में अपना सफल योगदान दिया है और हमें विश्वास है कि हम आगे भी भारत को और मजबूत बनाएंगे।
हमारे TMT बार्स की कहानी शुरू होती है बेस्ट माइंड से बेस्ट क्वालिटी का स्पॉन्ज आयरन लेने से। यही स्पॉन्ज आयरन हाई कैपेसिटी के इंडक्शन फर्नेस में मेल्ट होकर एक उत्कृष्ट केमिकल प्रोसेस से गुजरता है। इसी से मिलती है हमारे सरिये को अद्भुत फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, जबरदस्त मजबूती और सतह पर एक उत्तम फिनिश, और वो भी पूरी शुद्धता के साथ। इस शुद्ध लावा को कॉनकास्ट तकनीक से बिलेट्स का रूप दिया जाता है, जिसे फिर एक एडवांस रोलिंग मिल में रफिंग और फिनिशिंग स्टैंड्स के द्वारा सरिये की शेप में ढाला जाता है। फिर बड़े प्रिसीजन के साथ सीएनसी टेक्नोलॉजी से इन रोल्ड सरियों पर रिब पैटर्न एम्बॉस किया जाता है। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर की थर्मेक्स टेक्नोलॉजी इस्तेमाल कर फिर इन सरियों को क्वेंचिंग प्रोसेस से निर्धारित तापमान पर ठंडा किया जाता है, जिससे एसआरजे टीएमटी बार्स बनते हैं, बाहर से सख्त और अंदर से डक्टाइल। इस पूरी प्रक्रिया के दौरान एसआरजे टीएमटी बार्स को यूटीएम के अलावा कई और आधुनिक मशीन्स के क्वालिटी चेक से गुजरना पड़ता है। इन कड़े क्वालिटी टेस्ट को पास करने के बाद ही एसआरजे टीएमटी बार्स बनते हैं, दूसरे टीएमटी बार से कहीं बेहतर।
हम एसआरजे परिवार लोगों का घर बनाना ही नहीं संवारना भी चाहते हैं। To ensure we follow this belief, paramount emphasis is placed on the quality of our product. We ensure all our products and operations meet Indian and international standards. While making quality products, we also care about the environment. At SRJ, we're proud to take steps towards producing eco-friendly steel.
अंत में इन तैयार टीएमटी बार्स को उनके निर्धारित साइजेस में काटकर एक विशाल स्टोरेज फैसिलिटी में सुरक्षित रख दिया जाता है। सिर्फ सरिया ही नहीं, हमारे सभी प्रोडक्ट्स हमारी उत्तम क्वालिटी की पहचान है। एसआरजे में कस्टमाइज किए जाते हैं कट एंड बेंट टीएमटी बार्स भी। ये होता है एसआरजी के एक विशाल ऑटोमेटेड कट एंड बेंट प्लांट में, जहां एक्यूरेसी से तैयार होते हैं कई रेडी टू यूज प्रोडक्ट्स, वो भी आपके दिए शेप एंड साइज में। इन तैयार कट एंड बेंट प्रोडक्ट से आप अपना लेबर और इन्वेंट्री कॉस्ट कई गुना कम कर सकते हैं। एसआरजे टीएमटी बार्स को भारत के विभिन्न शहरों और गांवों तक पहुंचाकर हम बनाते हैं भारत के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को और मजबूत। क्वालिटी के साथ साथ सेफ्टी का भी पूरा ख्याल रखना एसआरजे का परम कर्तव्य है। हमारे हर सहयोगी को एक संपूर्ण सेफ्टी किट दी जाती है और प्लांट में उसका उपयोग हर पल अनिवार्य है। हमें गर्व है कि एसआरजे के विशाल परिवार में अब हजारों डीलर्स, इंजीनियर्स और मेसन्स जुड़ चुके हैं, जो 8 राज्यों के हमारे लाखों कस्टमर्स में नए कस्टमर जोड़ रहे हैं। इन 50 सालों में एसआरजे ने कई निर्माणों को अपने सरिये के माध्यम से हर कदम भारत को मजबूत बनाने का प्रयास किया है, और इन्हीं प्रयासों की वजह से एसआरजे को मिले हैं अनेक महत्वपूर्ण सर्टिफिकेशंस और अवार्ड्स। एसआरजे की कामयाबी संभव नहीं अगर आप हमारे साथ नहीं। आप कभी वो गुरु हैं जिन्होंने भारत की प्रेरणा दी, कभी वो श्रमिक हैं जिसने देश के निर्माण के लिए अपना तन मन न्यौछावर कर दिया, कभी वो सिपाही हैं जो देश की सीमा पर हर दम तैनात है, कभी गांव की वो लड़की है जिसने भारत का नाम पूरी दुनिया में रोशन किया। आप ही हैं हमारी सच्ची प्रेरणा, क्योंकि एसआरजे में हम मानते हैं हमारा स्टील स्ट्रांग जरूर है, पर आपसे थोड़ा कम।
With the goal to build our nation, we breathe our promise of making India stronger.
एसआरजे वर्ल्ड ऑफ स्टील, मेकिंग इंडिया स्ट्रांगर।
I request a representative of SRJ team to kindly come on the dais. Anyone from the team SRJ can come on the dais. And I request National President, Engineer Vijay Sanap sir to kindly felicitate team SRJ. To the installation of the iFACE Nashik team. May I call upon our chief guest, Dr. V. Suresh, National President, Engineer Vijay Sanap sir, and National Vice President, West Zone, Engineer Anil Kadbhane, to come on the dais. And now I'm calling the names of iFACE Nashik team. Engineer Ravindra Dhanait, President iFACE Nashik. Engineer Jnaneshwar Godse, Vice President iFACE Nashik. Engineer Mahendra Shirsat, Vice President iFACE Nashik. Engineer Amit Sanap, Secretary iFACE Nashik. Engineer Liladhar Zavle, Joint Secretary iFACE Nashik. Engineer Meghal Pawar, Treasurer iFACE Nashik. And now we have executive committee members. Engineer Narendra Bhuse, Engineer Sandeep Jadhav, Engineer Sachin Bhagwat, Engineer Nilesh Bhati, Engineer Ashok Nagori, Engineer Suyog Bhore, Engineer Vijay Dhanwate, Engineer Sandesh Shinde, Engineer Mankar. Please put your hands together for all of them. Let's take one group photo. Thank you. And now I request the office bearers to occupy the seats on dais. Yes, I request the executive committee members to occupy the seats. We'll take one group photo and then after you can occupy the seats of the dais. Yes, thank you everyone. Now you can occupy the seat of the dais. And now I invite Engineer Ravindra Dhanai, President iFACE Nashik, for the acceptance address.
Dignitaries, fellow engineers, thank you and happy Engineers Day. I respectfully accept as a president of iFACE Nashik. Thank you. Tonight is not a ceremony, It's a start of a new moment. Today is not a ceremony, it's a start of new moment. Due to time constraint, I would like to conclude, but I definitely share that with our actions speak louder than our words. With your support, just do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Recognizing our future, we have student felicitation for academic excellence. Now I am calling the names of students. Okay. But before felicitation of students, we have distributing the sash. We are distributing sash for iFACE Nashik team. Yeah. Now we'll take one group photo again, sitting. Yeah. And now let's begin the felicitation of toppers. I'm calling the name Vibhandik Dhananjay. He stood first in Diploma Civil Engineering from KK Wag Institute of Engineering. Then we have Tanvi Malpure. She stood first in Nashik region from Government Polytechnic Nashik College, Samangaon, Nashik. Vibhandik Harshali Dhananjay. Vibhandik Harshali Dhananjay. Tanvi Malpure. Hearty congratulations. Hearty congratulations. Now I'm calling list of topper students from BE Civil Engineering. Ghivande Darshan Nivruttinath. His father is there, I guess. He stood First, from KK Wag Institute of Engineering, Education and Research, Nashik, in B Civil Engineering. Now I'm calling names of student from ME Civil Engineering, Singh Tanaya Ravindra.
Tanya Singh is the daughter of our fellow member, R.K. Singh. RK, if you can come up stage, please. A big round of applause for R.K. Singh. A very brilliant student. She's been a top scorer in SP College, Mumbai as well. And she has topped in ME as well. Tanya Singh, a great talent. A Nasika just found.
Hearty congratulations, Tanaya. Now I'm calling a name of topper from ME Civil Engineering, ME Geotechnical Engineering, Arbaz Khan Pathan. And then Deshmukh Vijay Ranganath. His ME Civil Engineering, ME Construction Management. Hearty congratulations to Vijay. Hearty congratulations to the students and their parents. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. And now, presenting in front of you a short documentary celebrating our Lifetime Achievement Awardee. It's visible, I guess. It's visible. It's visible. Immediate.
The journey of Nashik from Mantra Bhumi to Tantra Bhumi has reached a whole new level. And such a journey is only possible when there are visionaries who work with passion, dedication, and selfless love for the city and its people. Behind the scenes of Nashik transformation stands one such son of the soil, a man whose vision shaped the future of this city. Today, we honor that visionary officer, Shri Sunil Vishwasrao Khune. Born on 18th December 1960 into a family rooted in engineering tradition, Sunilji inherited the value of dedication and perseverance from his father, who served as an executive engineer in the water conservation department. With schooling at Adarsh Vidyalay, further study at KTHM College, and an engineering degree from Manipal Institute of Technology in 1983, Sunilji nurtured a dream to contribute to the growth of Nashik. After a brief stint in the minor irrigation department of Jilla Parishad for 1 year in 1983, he found his true calling in the Nashik Municipal Corporation. In 1984, he began as a junior engineer. In 1989, he became deputy engineer. In 1993, executive engineer. In 1998, superintending engineer. And in 2011, city engineer. And in 2017, he retired, leaving behind legacy that continues to guide Nashik's future. But for Sunilji, these were never just designations. They were responsibilities, mission to make Nashik better, stronger, and more advanced city. He worked tirelessly, often 12 hours a day, delivering projects that changed the face of Nashik. In 1998, with his bold vision, Nashik saw the first ever direct pipeline from Gangapur Dam for water supply scheme, increasing water supply for civilian from 100 litre to 150 litre per day and reducing dependency on 280 water tankers to just 6. It was because of Sunil that the city got the name of a city with abundant water reservation from Gangapur Dam. Kashyapi Mukene Dam got sanction for the city, approval the construction of Kikwi Dam from Government of Maharashtra only for the Nashik city drinking water. Due to his foresight, he has planned water for the growing city of Nashik till 2050. Under his leadership, 33 bridges, including the bridges of Godavari, Valdevi and Nasrdi River, and Nashik's first flyover, the Swatantraveer Savarkar flyover at Bitco Point, from 20 crematoriums, 1,550 kilometers drainage systems, 4 water purification plants, 3 sewage water treatment plant, 30 elevated water reservoir, and the historic Shahi Marg for Kumbh Mela. Roads, wide ring road, and Sadhugram for the 2002 Simhastha. His imprint is visible across every corner of the city. In all this, he easily interacted with dignitaries like sadhus, mahantas, and religious leaders. Without hurting the public plans or religious matters, he changed the traditional Shahi Marg or royal path through harmonious communication. Service tenure 3 Simhastha 1991-92, 2003 and 4, and 2014 and 15. Without spending a single rupee of land acquisition and fulfilling the 100% of the city's critical road widening needs, they widened the roads of Nashik. He built 60 new school buildings. He built 5 swimming pools in city, including international standard swimming pool at Nashik Road, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Stadium at HUDCO, and Minatai Thakre Divisional Sports Center, and 150 health club building for the citizens of Nashik. Since he himself studied in Abhyasika, like study room or library, he encouraged the construction of 70 Abhyasikas in the city, and also constructed 275 Samaj Mandir used for cultural activity, yoga hall, center for spiritual activity in Nashik. Cultural landmarks like Dada Saheb Phalke Memorial, Buddha Smarak, Palushkar Hall, Dada Saheb Gaikwad Hall, and construction of planetarium, Tarangan, 4,000 Gharpul for needy. He was an instrumental in bringing Nashik into the Smart City project and in guiding the Godavari River Improvement Initiative. He played an important role in the construction of 200-bed Bidco Hospital Nashik, 50-bed Indira Gandhi Hospital, Dr. Zakir Hussain Hospital at Kathada Dwarka, and 15 health centers for citizens, spiritual centers, monuments. His contribution every spheres of Nashik's life. Through every challenges, his family stood beside him. He always got the support of his family in all these works. In 1985, he married Charushila, the daughter of the family of the former MP Uttam Rao Dhikle from Nashik. They have a son and two daughters. One daughter and son-in-law are architects. While the son is working in the construction sector, one daughter studied in management and yoga. After retirement, he has dedicated his life to nature. Now his farms plant trees and tries to preserve biodiversity. He has planted and grown up more than 4,000 trees in the last 5 years. Sunilji, who used to play lawn tennis and badminton, now keeps himself fit through swimming, yoga and meditation and find happiness in living with cows in the farm. Even after retirement, his mission did not end. The creator of Nashik sports culture, water supply and sanitation schemes, a true son of the land, a visionary officer who gave his life's work to the upliftment of Nashik. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Association of the Consulting Civil Engineers Nashik, we are
May we invite the Lifetime Achievement Awardee, Engineer Sunil Khunesar, on the stage for the felicitation. I request dignitaries on the dais, Dr. V. Suresh sir, Engineer Vijay Sanap sir, Engineer Anil Kadbhane sir, and Engineer Ravindra Dhanait sir to kindly felicitate Engineer Sunil Khune sir. He is our Lifetime Achievement Awardee. A hearty congratulations to Engineer Sunil sir. I request family of Sunil sir to kindly come on the dais for a group photo. His entire family. A hearty congratulations to Engineer Sunil sir and his family members. Thank you, everyone. Yes. And now I request the dignitaries to take their seats and we request the awardee, Engineer Sunil Khune sir, to share few words with all of us.
Very happy, proud again. Thank you.
Over to you, sir.
Today's function's chief guest, Honorable Dr. V. Suresh, National President of iFACE, Shrut Vijay ji Sanap, Vice President, Shrut Anil Kadbane ji, and Nashik District President, Engineer Ravindra Dhanai ji. Esteemed dignitaries of iFACE, my fellow engineers from Nashik, my dear colleagues, brothers, sisters, and all distinguished guests present here. प्रथम मी सर विश्वेश्वरय्या यांच्या पवित्र स्मृतीस विनम्र अभिवादन करतो. तसेच माझा मित्र विजय खोडे याला आदरांजली वाहतो. Today receiving this lifetime achievement award, I am deeply emotional and unforgettable moment for me. This honor is not only for me but also for my colleagues, my family and people of Nashik. The ideals of my father have been foundation of my life. He served as the executive engineer in irrigation department. His honesty, discipline, punctuality has been my greatest inheritance. Watching the construction of dams, Ozarkhet Dam, Mukne Dam, Kadwa Dam, and canals, I realized that from my father, civil engineering is not just about the stone and soil. It is about laying the foundation of society in future. Inspired by my parents, I dreamed to become a civil engineer, and that dream comes true in 1983. Completing my engineering and my first experience in Jilla Parishad Minor Irrigation Department and construction of percolation tanks, bandaras. But my
true karmabhumi was Nashik Municipal Corporation. Beginning as a junior engineer in 1984 and the rising in the position of city engineer have been a matter of great pride for me. From small scale irrigation projects under Jilla Parishad to the large municipal works, my journey has never been a mine alone. It has been always been shared with my colleagues who stood to shoulder with me in the journey. The trust of commissioners, all fellow officers, corporators, and citizens became my greatest strength. Throughout my career, I was fortunate to receive the guidance of senior corporation officers, colleagues. विशेष करून मला जे माजी शहर अभियंता बीके पाटील साहेब, एम जी पेकळे साहेब यांचे मार्गदर्शन आणि पाठिंबा यामुळे मी या पदापर्यंत पोहोचलो. तसेच तत्कालीन जवळजवळ 30 आयुक्त माझ्या सर्व्हिस पॅन मध्ये झाले, परंतु काही आयुक्तांचे मी नाव घेतो. त्यामध्ये कृष्णकांतजी भोगे साहेब, गेडाम साहेब आणि इथं उपस्थित असलेले माझे कलिग्स यांचं नाव घेणं मला अतिशय गरजेचं वाटतं. तर त्यामध्ये UB पवार साहेब, RK पवार साहेब, रानडे साहेब, SY पवार साहेब, PM गायकवाड साहेब, तसेच आमचे मित्र रवी चव्हाणजी, RS पाटीलजी, अनेक नावं घेता येतील. परंतु महत्वाचं माझं भाग्य समजतो की सर्व्हिस टेन्युअर मध्ये मला 3 सिंहस्थांमध्ये काम करायला संधी मिळाली. तर त्यामध्ये 91-92चा सिंहस्थामध्ये शाही मार्ग असो की 2003चा सिंहस्थ असो आणि 14-15चा सिंहस्थ असो, हे जे कामं आपण सर्व पाहिली तर या पिरियड मध्येच बहुतांशी कामं झालेली आहेत. आणि त्या व्यतिरिक्त जी कामं झाली, ही जी खरी कामं होण्यामागे मला जी प्रेरणा होती, माझ्या घरच्यांची पण साथ होती. सकाळी 8 ते रात्री 8 पर्यंत मी रिटायरमेंट होईपर्यंत माझं काम करत होतो. आणि अशा कामांमध्ये मला जे सिंहस्थामध्ये काम करायची संधी मिळाली. आणि फॉर्च्युनेटली आता पुढचा जो येऊ घातलेला सिंहस्थ आहे, तर त्याच्यामध्ये आता आपले यंग, एनर्जेटिक आणि डायनामिक सिटी इंजिनियर अग्रवाल साहेब आहेत, नंतर धारणकरजी आहेत, प्रशांत पगार आहेत, संदेश शिंदे आहेत, नितीन पाटील आहेत, कित्येकांचे नावं घेतील तर जे सर्व उपस्थित आहे माझ्या प्रेमापोटी. तर या सर्वांना मी पुढच्या सिंहस्थासाठी खऱ्याच शुभेच्छा देतो आणि त्यांच्याकडनं असेच कामं शहरामध्ये हो अशी अपेक्षा व्यक्त करतो. महानगरपालिकेत काम करताना युरिनल बांधणे म्हणजे मूत्री बांधण्यापासून तर संडास बांधणे, उड्डाणपूल बांधणे, हॉस्पिटल बांधणे, प्रशासकीय इमारती बांधणे, समाज मंदिर, अभ्यासिका असे असंख्य प्रकल्प मी केले. पण मी ज्युनियर इंजिनियर असताना मला सांगावंसं वाटतं की नाशिकमध्ये त्यावेळेस ओपन डिफेकेशन होतं, टोपली संडास होते जुन्या नाशिकमध्ये, पंचवटी गावठांमध्ये. तर मी घरोघर जाऊन त्यावेळेस 84 पासून 87 पर्यंत प्रत्येक घरामध्ये त्यावेळेस वाड्यांमध्ये, जुन्या वाड्यांमध्ये राहणारे जे काही आपले इथं उपस्थित असलेले इंजिनियर बंधू असतील त्यांना माहिती आहे की ओपन डिफेकेशन जो कचरा आपण आपलं उचलायचो, ओपन डिफेकेशन जे उचलायचो ते मॅन्युअली उचलायचो आणि त्याच्यासाठी सेप्टिक टँक बांधून पूर्ण शहरातले 1500 त्यावेळेस मी टॉयलेट्स पूर्ण केले. आणि शहरामध्ये त्यानंतर स्लम असो किंवा इतर भागामध्ये असो युरिनल्स आणि टॉयलेट, लेडीजसाठी टॉयलेट असे 230 टॉयलेट्स मी बांधले. या गोष्टी म्हणजे विशेष करून लक्षात येण्यासारख्या नसतात. पण त्याचबरोबर आता सांगितलं की अभ्यासिका दाखवली. इथे अभ्यासिकेमध्ये आम्ही ज्यावेळेस मी अभ्यास करायचो तर 500 अभ्यासिकामध्ये 1976-77 मध्ये जायचो. तर अक्षरशः नाशिकमध्ये एक अभ्यासिका होती, वेटिंग असायचं. सर सांगू शकतील त्याबद्दल. मग प्रथमतः मी मुरकुटे अभ्यासिका पंडित कॉलनीमध्ये बांधली आणि इतका प्रतिसाद मिळाला नाशिककरांना, अभ्यासासाठी जागा नसायची. पण त्या अभ्यासिका बांधल्यानंतर जवळजवळ 70 अभ्यासिका शहरामध्ये आम्ही बांधल्या आणि नाशिककरांचे त्यामध्ये काही MPSC झाले, UPSC झाले, मोठ्या पदावर काही स्टुडंट्स गेले. तसेच नाशिकची जी हार्मोनी आहे, समाज मंदिर, व्यायाम शाळा, आणि यामुळे नाशिकमध्ये कुठलेही योगा कार्यक्रम किंवा नाशिकमधल्या एकमेकाची जी भावना आहे तर ती एकत्रित राहण्यासाठी समाज मंदिर, व्यायाम शाळा या खूप उपयोगी पडतात. त्याचबरोबर माझे सासरे ज्यावेळेस 1995-96 ला महापौर होते स्वर्गीय उत्तमरावजी डिकले, तर त्यावेळेस गोल्फ क्लब विकसित करण्याचं काम हाती घेतलं आणि गोल्फ क्लब ग्राउंड विकसित केलं. त्याचबरोबर शहरामध्ये खूप आम्ही ग्राउंड त्यावेळेस तयार केले आणि त्यावेळेस पहिले जॉगिंग ट्रॅक नाशिकला जो गोल्फ क्लबचा चालू झाला आणि त्यानंतर मग जॉगिंग ट्रॅकची मालिकाच लागली. मग आम्ही कृषीनगर जॉगिंग ट्रॅक, इंदिरा जॉगिंग ट्रॅक असे जॉगिंग ट्रॅक केल्यामुळे अतिक्रमण पण वाचलं आणि नाशिक शहर जे आहे हे एक हेल्थ कॉन्शियस सिटी म्हणून जी ओळखली जाते ऑल ओव्हर इंडियामध्ये, तर त्याचं हे मुख्य जे कारण आहे हे जॉगिंग ट्रॅक्स आहेत. वेळ कमी आहे पण मी थोडक्यात मला सांगावंसं वाटतं की सगळ्यात माझा म्हणजे कामामधला जो चॅलेंजिंग जॉब झाला, माझ्याकडनं चॅलेंजिंग काम झालं, ते कचरा डेपो जो पंचवटीमध्ये होता, सर्वांनी पाहिलेला असेल तो पाथर्डीला शिफ्ट करताना अतिशय त्याला विरोध होत होता. त्या फायरिंग देखील झालं होतं. लोकांचा विरोध, त्या लोकांचा विरोधाला आम्ही डावलून पोलीस प्रोटेक्शन मध्ये त्यावेळेस त्या दिलेल्या कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर लोकांनी मला साथ आणि त्यावेळेस भुगे आयुक्त होते. 120 दिवसात आम्ही तो मोठा प्रोजेक्ट म्हणजे 350 मेट्रिक टनचा कचरा पासून खत प्रकल्प तयार करण्याचा प्रोजेक्ट 120 दिवसात कन्स्ट्रक्शन सह पूर्ण केला. एक आव्हानात्मक काम माझ्याकडनं झालेलं आहे हे मला नमूद करावंसं वाटतं. माझ्या कामांमध्ये अनेक कामं आहेत, त्यामध्ये फाळके स्मारक, बौद्ध स्मारक, रिंग रोड असे आपण पाहिले. तारांगण जे आहे, तारांगणला शिरोडे साहेबांची आम्हाला खूप मोठी मदत झालेली होती. नंतर आपल्या स्लम मधल्या जे स्लम मधले नागरिक आहेत त्यांच्यासाठी जवळजवळ 6,000 हाऊसिंग स्कीम चे आम्ही फ्लॅट्स बांधले आणि ते एक मोठं योजना शहरातल्या स्लम ड्वेलर्सला मी केलेलं आहे असं मला वाटतं. आणि याचबरोबर जे आरक्षणाचं सांगितलं 250 पर्यंत आम्ही आरक्षण गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियाकडनं मंजूर करून घेऊन मुकणे डॅम, कश्यपी डॅम, किकवी डॅम आणि गंगापूर डॅम येथे आरक्षण केल्यामुळे 250 पर्यंत पाण्याची आज रिझर्वेशन नाशिकचं झालेलं आहे. या सर्व प्रवासामध्ये मला माझी पत्नी चारुशिला, मुलगा विक्रांत, दोन्ही मुली श्वेता, चैताली, जावई राहुल, सून मेहरू, नातू वेद आणि माझे मेवणे डिकले फॅमिली सर्व, नंतर साडू किरण पाटील, माझे व्याई गुजराती साहेब, गायकर साहेब, तसेच माझा भाऊ डॉक्टर शैलेश यांचे आणि मित्र परिवार, असंख्य माझा मित्र परिवार आहे. तर त्यामुळे त्यांच्या प्रोत्साहनामुळे मी इथं काम करू शकलो. त्यामध्ये बरेच उपस्थित आहेत. तर माझे मित्र दीपक बागड आहेत, आबा सोंजे आहेत, जयंत भातांबरीकर, किरण चव्हाण, विवेक सोनोने, थोरात बापू दाते यांचे नावं घेतल्याशिवाय माझं हे करिअर पूर्ण होत नाही असं मला वाटतं. शेटे साहेब, मोरे आबा साहेब या सर्वांच्या शुभेच्छांमुळे आणि आपल्या सर्वांच्या इथे बसलेल्यांची नावं आता काही माझ्या एवढ्या फास्ट याच्यात आणि याच्या घेता येत नाही, काहींची नावं राहतील आमचे. त्यामुळे या सर्वांच्या पाठिंब्यावर मी कामं करू शकलो. आणि सेवानिवृत्त झाल्यानंतर काय करायचं, तर माझा मुलगा आता इंजिनिअरिंग मध्ये आहे, तो बिल्डरशिपचं माझे जे 1-2 प्लॉट होते ते आता डेव्हलप करून चांगल्या रीतीने तो आता सेटल झालेला आहे. पण मी माझा वेळ जो आहे आज शेतीमध्ये देतो. माझ्या सगळ्या मित्र परिवाराला माहिती आहे, मी निपाडला एक शेती आहे तिथे आणि चांदशीला जवळजवळ आतापर्यंत 4 ते 5 वर्षात 4 ते 5 हजार झाडं मी लावलेली आहेत आणि त्याचं संगोपन करून वेगवेगळ्या झाडांचं हे केलं. आणि निसर्गामध्ये रमण्यात मला जो आनंद आहे, तर तो मी माझा आनंद या मध्ये उपभोगतो रिटायरमेंट नंतरच्या याच्यात. या माझ्या पुरस्काराला माननीय डॉक्टर सुरेश साहेब यांच्या मार्फत मला हा पुरस्कार मिळाला. तसंच IFC चे नॅशनल प्रेसिडेंट विजयजी सानप, व्हाईस प्रेसिडेंट कडबानेजी, नाशिक ब्रँचचे प्रेसिडेंट रवींद्रजी धनाईत आणि सर्व आपण IFACE चे जे सभासद आहात नाशिककर, तर त्यांचे मी आभार मानतो. आणि मला हा जो मिळालेला पुरस्कार आहे त्याची माझ्या आयुष्यभराच्या सेवेला मिळालेली पावती मी समजतो आणि हा पुरस्कार जो आहे नाशिककरांसाठीच अर्पण करतो आणि माझे मनोगत पूर्ण करतो. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, जय नाशिक.
Thank you, sir. I request well-wisher, family and friends of the awardee to have patience. You can meet and greet the awardee after the program concludes. The important presentations of iFACE still remain, so I request kindly be seated. And now we have a sponsor presentation by UltraTech. I call upon stage Engineer Vijay Sanap sir for his presentation, and later we'll have UltraTech presentation.
Why this iFACE? We have just seen the intro. It is not clear that what is exactly iFACE and what exactly iFACE is going to do. You have seen the installation of a national team. You have seen the installation of state local team, Nashik iFACE team. But you are still unclear about the concept of iFACE or what is iFACE. Why iFACE? There are 28 states and 8 union territories in India, more than 800 districts. So, is there any organization to truly represent civil engineers in India? The answer is no. There are a lot of numerous local associations in India. In every nook and corner, in every city, town, we have a civil engineers and we have a civil engineers association. Every city and every town. They don't have a national identity because they are local organizations. They don't have a national representation. They are not financially sustainable. They are still struggling to meet their expenses. They have lack of resources. They lack in membership engagement. They are not even with the digital era. You can see nowadays, everything has gone online. They are still doing the same old arrangements to meet their members' expectations. Why? When bigger is the why, easier is the how. Why not joining the national organization? I'm currently national president of ACCI, which is Association of Consulting Civil Engineers India. And I met so many chairmen, presidents, and requested them to join. Some of them are sitting here. They came from various states to Nashik today. And they are not willing to join any national organization. The reason is very clear. They have their assets which they don't want to devote to any national organization. They don't want control over them. They want their own control over their organization. They don't want to give any surplus amount to the headquarters of that organization. They don't want their members to go elsewhere. They also don't want the elections to be conducted by HQ. There are so many other things they don't want. And the most importantly, they are still in that particular town, city, disconnected from the national platform. Now what happened in 2021? I became a national president of ACCI. Okay, ACCI, before I took over as a president, national president, in 36 years, there were 24 centers, out of which many centers were dormant, they were not functioning. In last 4 years, the membership strength before I took over was 4,000. After I took over, in last 2 terms of my tenure, in last 4 years, I have increased that number of centers to 52. We have increased the membership strength for 4,000 to 10,000. But that is what we did as a team. I only presented the idea, the whole team supported. Have you seen this logo? Do you know CREDI? What is CREDI? It's a confederation for real estate developers, Developers Association in India. My dear friends, CREDI started from Nashik. Now you are seeing this big name, big logo, the big identity. Everything has started from this city. And that was the reason we have chosen Nashik to launch iFACE. Then in Nashik, we have one Mahindra Leadership University. On 24th and 25th of August 2019, we came together to discuss the idea of iFACE. It's in 2019, not now. 6 years ago, you are seeing this gentleman. We came together for 2 days. We collected all the mobiles. We disconnected them from the real world. And for the 2 whole days, we were discussing everything about iFACE. The name was discussed and finalized in this meeting. We have discussed each and every value proposition that is needed for each customer segment or each membership segment. Let it be student, let it be professional, let it be academician. Everything, minute things we have discussed. And we are really blessed. That time we had Avinaji Shirude, past president of VCCI, with us that time. His vision, his guidance. We were also lucky to have Hemanji Datrak with us that time. These 2 gentlemen were with us for 2 days, disconnecting their mobiles, and we were discussing only federation. We have given this particular activity or movement a code name, and code name was Big Bang. When we are going to announce this in future, let the people know with a big bang that something is going to be created. These are the pictures. You can see the Amit Sanap laughing, Harshal Dhande accompanying him, and my hairs were also black that time. You can see Shantanu Pandey, he is not here tonight. But you can see a lot of faces, Jayesh Gaya and all. This is Ashish Mahale. He is explaining the value propositions on the business model canvas. We have prepared some few teams, and the teams we are discussing about one segment. Then after that, after 2019, we were hit by a COVID pandemic. And then we went online. You can see Sunil Bhor, Jesh Bhaiya is there, but his pic is not there. You can see other people, they are still there. RK Singh is there. And we conducted a lot of meetings. Even Amit Sanap was attending the meeting right from his site visit. Then we finalized the name, the Indian Federation of Associations of Civil Engineers. Let's have one federation. Let's bring all the civil engineers, civil engineering association, civil engineers association under one big umbrella of iFACE. Then two of my very close friends, Kamlesh Jadhav and Sandeep Patil, they took this idea further and they started developing a logo. This everything was being done during COVID. We were not used to meet physically, but we used to discuss over Zoom, and finally the concept was started. Then this face of every civil engineer, then the vertical line, what it signifies, then the iFACE, they took the minimal form, very basic geometry. They combine with this eye as an identity with the face, which becomes the iFACE. They chose two colors, and this is the logo of iFACE. They decided the typography of it, which font to be used when this name will be written everywhere in all communications, right from visiting card to the LED screens to the flex or the letterheads. These are some mock-ups. iFACE is an identity. iFACE is a future. We have applied for the trademark in 2020. We got the trademark registration in 2023. This timeline I'm giving for a reason. This is something we have worked on extensively for last 6 years. This was our dream. I'm not a founder of this iFACE. I'm a co-founder. There are numerous people sitting in this audience. They took a lot of efforts. They spent a lot of time. And then we have arrived to this conclusion to launch iFACE, the Indian Federation of Associations of Civil Engineers. The iFACE.org. Let's go digital. This is the web portal iFACE is going to have. You can see the logo, you can see various menus. Today we are live through this website and our YouTube channel. Number of people from various cities, various states wanted to join today, but due to their engagement in their own city for the Engineers Day celebration, they could not make it to Nashik to attend today's program. They are right now attending through YouTube. Thank you so much for attending through live, through YouTube. Thank you so much. What is our vision? To become the world's largest professional organization of civil engineers and AAC professionals, uniting individual associations, individuals, institutions to lead the transformation to build the environment through innovation, collaboration, and sustainable development. This is our vision. We want to become the world's largest professional organizations. The goal we have set is for 5 years. In the next 5 years, we are going to become the world's largest professional organization. Before we come here to this program, me and Dr. Suresh, we were discussing about iFACE, and he told me that you are going to achieve this target in a 50% of the time. In 2.5 years, you are going to become the world's biggest professionals organization. Thank you so much, sir, for your vision and supporting our vision as well. What this iFACE is having, every member of iFACE is going to get username and password. They can log in to this portal. You can see the overview of iFACE, vision, mission, leadership, membership, code of ethics, engineers oath, affiliation and partnerships with iFACE. Then we have news section, we have documentaries, we have iFACE talks, we have podcasts, we have blogs, we have journals, we have magazines. In events, we have conventions, national and international conventions, e-conferences, then study tours, competitions, sports league. These are not just menus, these are not just tastes. I'm going to present you what exactly every sentence means here. We have a job portal, we have an internship portal, we have a mentorship, we have a social media wall, we have a knowledge hub, we have a branding manual, and we have tools and calculators on this portal. Now, you must be reading various newspapers, you must be visiting many news portals just to get the news you want. You may be an architect, you may be a civil engineer, you may be a real estate developer, you may be an academician. You search through the news of your interest. And that's the reason we have AIC News. You just have to come to the portal and go to the section. You are going to get all the news from across the news portals at one place. You don't have to go to the Economic Times, you don't have to go to the Times of India, you don't have to go to the other portals for the news. All news will be fetched on this portal. You can read the news from architecture, engineering, construction, real estate, sustainability. You can sort it by global, national, or regional tag. You can read the news. You will get the key points. This is something I'm going to explain you later, but this is very important. If you like the key points, you can read the original article. Otherwise, you can skip. Then we have iFACE documentaries. Today we were live through this particular channel. We have recorded some of the documentaries in Hong Kong, Macau, Changsha in China. Then we have recorded a few documentaries in Malaysia. We have recorded some documentaries in Thailand. And we are going to showcase all these documentaries through our channel. You will get 26 documentaries explaining all the details of that particular project, right from floor plans to structural design to everything, till the finishes. You are going to get 26 episodes of these iFACE documentaries. It will be posted on YouTube channel of iFACE. Then we have iFACE talks. Dear friends, we are very lucky to have Dr. V. Suresh, because it was my dream to have the first iFACE talk with Dr. V. Suresh. And today, before this event, we have recorded that episode of iFACE talks. It will be aired on coming Saturday. These are the legends with whom we want to record our iFACE talks. We got consent from these three civil engineers and architects, and you are going to witness or you are going to listen to them through iFACE talks. It will be posted on iFACE YouTube channel. This is the section basically. You will get how many iFACE talks are there, how many total views are there, watch hours and subscribers. Right now, there are 25 subscribers. Do you have a mobile phone with you? Do you have a mobile phone with you? Can you take it out? Go to YouTube. This is something very exciting. What we are going to do today is going to be very fantastic. Just search for iFACE National. iFACE, IFACE National. You can see the logo of iFACE. Subscribe. You will get 52 episodes, 26 of iFACE talks and 26 of iFACE documentaries. every year. And this Saturday, we are going to release first episode of first season of iFACE Talks. Thank you for subscription. Then we have a sports league. Many times our activities are restricted only to the technical events, conferences, and workshops. There are hidden talents, there are sportsmanship within us. Just we want to unleash it. Then we have podcast. We have released the first podcast yesterday on iFACE podcast channel. You can go to the iFACE, theiface.org, and you can listen to this first podcast. What was the idea behind iFACE? What was the movement that led to the launch of iFACE? And you can listen to this particular podcast on our podcast channel or iFACE website. You can play it simply, or you can share it. You can increase the volume. You can have the next episode. All the functionalities are there. This is the first episode. There will be featured guests. You can browse through them, and you can listen to the documentaries. Then we have a digital hub where you can see the journals and magazines. It will be periodic, few monthly, few quarterly, but you can go to this particular page, you can browse, you can read online. Then we have a conventions. We'll have a national conventions, we'll have international conventions. Those who have witnessed the NatCon 2022 and NatCon 2024 Mumbai, they can very much understand what is going to happen in the iFACE national and international conventions. Very soon we'll be releasing the dates. Then we have e-conferences. Many times these national conventions are conducted on a particular topic that may interest you, that may not interest you. Maybe you are a structural designer. The topic is AI. You may not find it interesting. So we'll be conducting the e-conferences on structural design. We'll be conducting the e-conferences on AI in architecture. We are going to conduct the e-conferences on valuation. You name it, we have it. And there is one section where you can go and you can demand a particular topic, what you want to learn from on that particular topic. Sir, please have a seat. You have came all the way from Delhi. So these conferences will be conducted on a particular topic and you can attend it online. You can explore these conferences. If you are not able to attend that conference on that particular day, you can watch the recordings. You can attend it. Then we have a study tours. You know, I love traveling. Many of you have traveled with me. So many countries, so many destinations. So we have study tours. Just we want to learn beyond classroom. You will have the competitions as well. We are going to announce a competition to write engineer's oath. If you are a civil engineer, you are an architect, interior designer, or if you are a common man, you can participate in this particular competition. There are no participation fees. You can write engineer's oath that is going to be published, and that will be official oath for the iFACE Nationals. Of course, you can take a help of your friends, but not AI, because on the back end, we have developed a mechanism to check whether the content has been generated by AI. So be careful. You can see the announcements, you can follow the results, updates, you can explore the competitions. Right now, there is no data on website or this portal. Slowly, we'll be adding the content, and you can see the many episodes of iFACE Talks, many episodes of iFACE documentaries, even competitions. Sports leagues, which I mentioned. We are going to have engineers marathon across the nation. Not only civil engineers, other engineers and even general public can participate in this marathon. It will be conducted on city level as well as national level. This is the event calendar when these events are going to happen. One of the most important thing is recognition. And we have iFACE awards. We have these 8 categories in which these awards will be given. We have property awards, we have a construction award, we have a sustainability award, we have association awards, we have professionals awards, students, fellowships and honors. Now we have something called e-shop, e-store. You can go online, you can buy iFACE t-shirts, or iFACE coffee mugs, stationery, you can buy courses, you can buy books, you can sell your own books on iFACE e-store. So basically you are going to get everything, even study tools you can buy event tickets on this e-store. You can search through the categories, atoms, you can filter it through the price. Now the most important thing nowadays is a placement. As an entrepreneur, we also want good people to join our company, our firm. But we are not able to get the perfect talent. And there are a lot of civil engineers, architects, interior designers. They want a good opportunity. They got the skills, but they don't get the right people or right firms. So what we are doing here is, in this job portal, we are going to do the matchmaking. You can post whatever vacancies you have, and there will be other civil engineers, architects, interior designers, they can search the opportunity and can request for the interview. Now we have one IC messenger. Nowadays you are doing all the communication on WhatsApp, right? You don't have to do that. You can do the all kind of chatting on this particular IC messenger. Don't worry. Vijay Sanap is not going to look at what you are chatting with other friends or other colleagues. Definitely not. It is end-to-end encryption like WhatsApp. Secondly, you can attach files. You can make it bold, italic, and you can even make underline, which even WhatsApp can't do. You can store the files, you can store the data. This is something very powerful. You can even make a call. You can see. You can even make a call. You can even make a video call through this application. Then we have an internship. These are some dummy data. But through internship, we can really give the opportunity for students to learn. I was discussing with Dr. Suresh a few hours back, and he was very keen on internship to the civil engineering students. Obviously, he's going to talk in his lecture or keynote speech. But this is something very important area, which now even AICT is also very keen. So there is a smart matching, there is a real-time messaging, application tracking, comprehensive portfolios, advanced filtering, and the success analytics. How it works? Just create a profile, discover, apply, shortlist, and interview, offer on board. These are the dashboards which our host organizations can have, and interns can see this kind of an. They can see the interview, offer, or shortlisted, whatever their particular status is. Then we have a mentorship. When I passed out from civil engineering college, I wanted to become an architectural consultant. I spent 3 to 4 years of my life struggling because I couldn't find a good mentor that time. I don't want that to happen to anyone else. And that's why we have a mentorship program where the students or the newly passed out or the freshers can look for mentor. They can apply for mentorship. And the mentor as well can provide their knowledge and skills to the mentees. How it works? Apply, match, connect, and grow together. There will be secure messaging, smart matching, everything is going to happen at the back end. These are the dashboards. Now, the two most important pillars of iFACE. iFACE Academy. You are going to have all kind of courses on this iFACE Academy. You can browse the courses of your interests. Right now, someone is watching this YouTube live who came to my office 4 days back. He was from one of the software company. I told him the idea about iFACE Academy. He immediately promised me to have a collaboration, to sign a MOU. And their expert team is going to teach their softwares for free of cost to all of us. And when we are seeing the AAC community, although the association belongs to civil engineers, we will be opening membership to architects, interior designers, real estate developers, all those who are interested in these kind of an activities, courses, but doesn't have a civil engineering qualification. They can become associate member of this organization. You can start learning, you can browse courses, you can do a lot of stuff, you can see the courses, the rating will be there, 4.9, how many users have, or students have given that rating will be there. You can see the tutors, you can rate the tutor, you can write the review to the tutor, you can watch all the courses from the tutor on this iFACE Academy. Then this is something more powerful than even the iFACE Academy. Presenting to you, iFACE Connect. Nowadays, you are connected with your friends, family members, relatives on Facebook, right? You are connected to your colleagues, professionals through LinkedIn, correct? You don't have to use these applications anymore. Presenting to you, iFACE Connect, IC. Connect, learn, excel. You are going to have number of more opportunities and items in iFACE Connect. You can have your own profile. This interface is old. Now we have improvised this interface, and it is 100 times better than what you are watching right now. You will have learnings. You can browse through the courses. You can go to your community. If you are a valuer, go to the valuer community. If you are a government officer, go to your own community. If you are a structural designer, you can have your own community. And you can have a discussion forums in your own community. If you want to discuss something, finite element analysis, you can go to the structural engineering community and you can discuss this particular topic. If you are a valuer, go to the values community and you can have the discussion on capital gain or whatever. These are the discussion forums. These are the events. You can register to the events. You can enroll to the courses. You can enroll to the competitions through one single app, that is iFACE Connect. You can have job or career opportunities in iFACE Connect itself. How was the idea? This was an idea. This was an innovation. This is the impact. But there are more to go. What is this? Oh, AI. We have integrated AI on all the backend of iFACE portal. I've shown you one key points from the news section. It will be auto-generated through AI. You can see those key points, and if you are interested, then you can read the news. Whatever matchmaking is going to happen at the back end for the internship, for the mentorship, for the job portal is AI driven. So we have taken care of everything Now presenting to you, Sia, your iFACE assistant. You don't have to call to Mr. Ravindra Dhanait what events you are going to organize in next few months. You just have to call. Sia will be at your help. She will tell you what courses we are conducting, what competitions we are doing, what are the opportunities. You can interact with her. And Sia is going to answer all your questions from FAQs to detailed information. You can even ask after the authentication, she can even give you, if you give your membership number and other credentials, definitely not the OTP and password, she will provide you all the information. You will see this kind of an creative on some of the pages because we are working on it. And this is Sia saying, I'm working on it. So our idea is to create this platform. Now the many of you must be wondering how much these courses are going to cost. This is something money making or profit making organization. My dear friends, we are Section 8 company, non-profit organization. We are going to spend 85% of our money, the revenue, on our members themselves. We are not going to accumulate it to buy properties, to construct buildings for our own benefits. Definitely not. So we want it to become free, to make it free for everyone. Now how it is possible? Because there is a premium, there is free, people are in dilemma, what to do. We had a really deep discussion on this particular topic, and we were very worried how to make it free or whether to charge a premium. So we have come up with an idea, freemium. Just like Google. You can search Google for free, you don't have to pay anything. But there are certain features of Google for which you have to pay. So that premium of 20% or 10% will support the free part of iFACE. So you are going to get almost 70 to 80% for free of cost. Just come under this iFACE umbrella, be a member, you will get everything for free. It's a premium. But I'm not alone. There are number of people are behind this particular logo, this particular movement. This is we, this is W. I would like to call on stage all those who have contributed to make this iFACE a reality. Starting with Dr. Avinash Shirode, till Jayesh Ghiya. I want everyone on stage right now. Please, sir. Appa, Anil. Don't wait for your own name. Nana, come on. Sunil, you are part of that. Jayesh, RK, Harshal Dande, Suyog. Gore sir is not here today. He is traveling. Kamlesh, Sandeep, Kokne sir, where are you? Call the team. Where are they? Mayur. Each one of them spends precious time from their family and professional commitment. Amit, why you are waiting for me to call your name? You have contributed to this particular platform. Where is Amit? Amit Alai. Amit Alai. Come. We have a few minutes to go before we serve food and liquor. Not a problem. Santosh Kate. I can see many faces, but they don't want to come on stage. Why? Friends, you are seeing This wonderful community of iFACE, they have sacrificed their professional and family time for this particular organization. A big round of applause. From 2019 to 2025. RK, where is RK? Are? He's coming late so that he can have more footage. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much, each one of you, for supporting this cause, sharing the vision, and working for the civil engineering and especially the AAC community, the architecture, engineering, and construction. Thank you so much, each one of you, because when we thought of launching it in Nashik, many of my colleagues from other states, other cities, they requested me to launch it in Mumbai or Delhi. But I was very keen to launch it in Nashik because I knew CREDAI was formed, CREDAI was initiated from Nashik. We had many meetings with Jitubai Thakkar, who is instrumental behind forming the bylaws for CREDAI. We had many meetings with other stalwarts, countless people. And today, we came to a point where we wanted to share our vision with the entire AAC community in India and abroad. There are many friends of mine and even the architects and the engineering community from abroad. They are going to get connected to this iFACE platform. They have promised to come up with courses, obviously free of cost, my dear friends. They are going to teach you the computational design. They are going to teach you the AI in architecture. They are going to teach you the finite element analysis. They are going to teach you many softwares which we are hardly aware of. And this is going to make a huge difference in our lives, in our profession, and the future to come. This is the future. Welcome to the future. Thank you so much. Where is Punit Rai? Sleeping or went outside to have a chat with his little friend? Okay, sorry. But Punit Rai was also there. He is there and he will be there. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Team iFACE, and thank you so much, sir, for sharing the roadmap of iFACE with all of us. And now we have a sponsor presentation by UltraTech, and later we will be having addressed by our chief guest. So please be seated. Now I call upon stage Regional Head of UltraTech, Balakrishna Kulkarni sir, Jayesh Pawar sir and Vivek Sonje. Along with them, I call upon stage Engineer Anil Kadbhane sir to felicitate Team UltraTech. I request Pranav Pandey sir to join us on the dais. Thank you, Team UltraTech. Thank you so much for your contribution. And now, to introduce our chief guest, may I request the AV team to play the introduction video of Dr. V. Suresh sir. With great pleasure, I invite Dr. V. Suresh sir for his chief guest address.
I should go like a super. Problem, no?
No, no. It's just in a different.
Please, you take it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Vijay.
Here.
Sanap. Hey. first one can come. That's the one. That's the one. You put the first page. Hello.
Wait, but the desktop is different. They've
Different.
they've put it in a different desktop. Hmm. Desktop one like that, desktop two like that.
That's it.
डेस्कटॉप बंद करा
कुठलं हे बंद करून टाक ना
असं फोर्थ
Come.
Desktop two like
रिव्ह्यू
दाखव.
आता बघा
इथं desktop two ला दाखव.
एक्सटेंड पट्टी काय असेल ना त्याला हा बस नाही नाही एक सेकंड नाही 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 हो डायरेक्टली ना हा हा नाही आपला आता हा पाहिजे आपल्याला प्रिव्ह्यू साठी
Happy good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You all have the energy. Wonderful. So I'm trying to make a rapid fire because I thought instead of coming and just talking, at least the visuals will catch the imagination. And out of the wonderful presentation Vijay has made over there, I thought I'll capture the thing to a presentation like this.
it came sorry sorry it's already my voice yeah yeah perfect is my voice clear voice on or good wonderful so let's try to spend time for the next about, I tried to make it fast, super fast, rapid fire. This presentation I'll leave behind with you. Copy will be shared to everybody. Okay. So I'm trying to talk on the back to the future in the context of what's happening in the country on buildings and the built environment in which all the institutions are working, and iFACE is trying to get all of them to come together. And this is exactly the theme that I've been also working on. We are at a time when the whole world from around 6.1 billion going to 9.3 billion, he has a vision for 2050, but the developed countries 4.9 to 8.2. You see that particular thing? It's going to 820 crores from 490 crores. But the developing countries, all the developed countries' population is shrinking. Population is shrinking. It's coming down from 120 crores down to 110 crores. That means all the rich countries who have made it good, there are no children going, families are not there, their population is coming down. Whereas all the developing countries, all of us are part of that, it's going to increase 490 crores to 820 crores. So by that's the size of the population that we have over there. And just see this 3-1. We just had this great meeting, India and China. 1.4 billion China, 1.4 billion India, and 1.4 billion is Africa and the 54 countries. Phenomenal changes are going to take place. And you can see contribution of various countries, how much they are contributing in that. Because he has got a vision to bring it globally, take iFACE into a global vision on that. It's important. And India itself has, if you see that particularly, I know it's gone down, it's gone from just about 32 crores to already crossed about 100 crores, and this is the last figure of 2021, or about 135 crores, and now the latest figure is about 145 crores. But more important is the bottom line. Unfortunately, that slide I am not able to show there. India was living in the villages, but now it's coming, urbanization is a big way, and it's getting to of the order of 40% of the total population is going to be in the urban areas. That's very important. And by 2030, we'll have 600 million or 60 crores of people living in our cities and towns. And that's a very important information everybody should know. And I'm going to talk about two major areas on resilience against disaster and sustainability to take care of environmental damage. And he has got both these concerns there and how to deal with that. So there are two issues on safety to deal with all the disasters coming over there, be it earthquake or landslide or flooding or whatever problems that are there, sea erosion, whatever. And then at the same time, you're yourself seeing it yourself. What's happening in Punjab, in Himachal Pradesh, in Uttarakhand, in Uttarakhand, or in the coastal areas, or wherever in different parts of the country. And the other one is the sustainability issues to take care of environmental damage. Both are two sides of the same coin. We can't say I will take care of only the safety. My job is, as Vijay said, I'll be a structural engineer. My job is to design that particular building. I'm not worried about the remaining. No, you can't do that. So you got to go together. Both the things have to come together to work in a work way. So larger issues, these are all resilience against various damages that comes over there. Key aspects of resilience in respect of soil, landslide, falling of trees, muddy streams, and these are things which you are keeping on seeing in the television continuously. And what are things to be done? Why is it going down? I'm missing out the messages. Huh? Is there somebody, some techie can? So I got solutions coming on each of them. End one. I'm so sorry. There's a small technical. Can be done? Okay. So the limited point is all these are problems that are faced all over the country for. I can read it here. So soil, sea erosion, landslide, falling of trees, muddy streams. Therefore, what are the things that request to be done is to take care of those difficult situations. Predominantly the civil engineer and the structural engineer in all of us in this particular group, a large number will be there. So those people will be able to find the right type of solutions for those particular situations that are faced in a large way. Got it? Okay. I know we'll have to suffer a little, but they are very good visuals there. And these are problems. And don't forget, and all our cities and towns are facing this particular problems in a very large way, and more so with the increased population that's taking place, occupying all the important area. The flooding is a very major component because the hydraulic paths are all being closed because of the way in which development, intense development, higher FAR, higher FSI coming. That's where the water should have flown, but we decide to put all those new development, new township development, etc., in that particular area. Any luck, sir? Yeah. Take a half a minute. Yeah. Oh, yes. Kindly be patient for a minute. Huh? $10 million civil engineers of the country, that's the figure, right figure that's already given, and how they're continuously grappling every day the different type of problems, A, for the buildings, and B, for the infrastructure. Namely, as you very rightly saw from our lifetime achievement presentation, not only in series of buildings to be built over there, how do you deal with the roads? How do you deal with the bridges? How do you deal with all the infrastructure? Equally important. So there are two types of component. One are all the buildings which are there. The other one is all the infrastructure to be built over there. And civil engineers will play a very, very major role covering that particular aspect in a big way. That's the very idea. Much better. Much better. Thank you. So the city soil mapping, very rarely there, sedimentation control measures with all the dams that Saab has built. He'll know the type of problem, the type of stabilization for the soil, and for soil runoff to be made, or the water, the flash floods, pollution of water streams, and effluents getting into all the bad water, getting into the river and making it all polluted in a very large way, and low rainwater capture, municipal waste also going there. And therefore, what are the solutions there? Avoid developing the floodplains and wetlands, treatment of effluent to remain mandatory, innovative waste. We don't have that. All your grey water, all your black water, all are going into the, whether it is Yamuna or Ganga or Narmada or whatever, or Godavari, all these areas the problems are happening. And therefore, you require fertile river valleys and agricultural production, innovative ways of rainwater harvesting and doing that. Air, the forest fire, open fires and campfires, pollution due to construction. Construction is a very major component of C&D waste, construction demolition waste in a large way, how to deal with that. And therefore, ban on the all the agricultural products, restrict outdoor burning, air quality monitoring, and encourage the NMT and e-vehicle policy will bring in substantial amount of good amount so that diesel and petrol will be reduced in a large way. Green cover, illegal logging, expanding human settlements. How do you deal with that bad situation to a good one, which affects also the natural habitat in a very large way? Lot of initiatives can be put in this particular. Now even this one area, everybody wants it with Singapore or whatever. Can you believe Singapore today has got roughly around 48% of all its land? Our young lady has come from Singapore. Where is she? Young architect, she is gone? She will come back. I know, she has come from there. And you know what? Today that's called is a city within a garden, because everything is green. Not only horizontal green, the normal open space, trees, vertical wall green, roof green, and even on the bridges and the flyovers. And the green is an important component which is developed as a part of that development in a very large way. resilience against earthquake, landslide, steep slopes. How do you deal with all this? So early warning system, seismic microzonation map, and mandatory geotechnical investigation. And I'm happy somebody was working on a geotechnical area work there, and disaster management master plan. We have not done the way things should have been done. Of the P series, we always do the R series. After an earthquake, after a landslide, after a flood, after all the problems, then you think of counting the dead body, the live body. What can we do to reconstruct? What can we do to repair? But today no earthquake is there. But therefore we should do the planning earlier. We should be able to design for the all building against all. I can give a good example that on 26th of January 2001, we had the major Gujarat earthquake. In less than 1.5 minutes, 8 lakh houses went down for 9 districts, starting from Bhuj on seismic zone number 5 and seismic zone number 4, Rajkot, and Ahmedabad seismic zone 3 over there. And 13,500 people died in less than 1.5 minutes there. Can you believe an earthquake took place exactly 1 month later in February 2001, same 2001 in Seattle, and that's on the Californian belt over there. Can you believe only 1% died? 1% died, and that was heart attack. Why? Because the whole system of the Seattle development, the whole area, they knew that this is a earthquake prone area. Everything has got to be designed with earthquake resistant features, and nobody can ever think. So the architects, the civil engineers, the builders, developers, including local body, all are together in that. It's an excellent example. 8 lakh houses getting damaged, 13,500 people dying on one side, and here only 1% dying of heart attack. So that's an area on which the P series to R series that we'll have to work on. And all these details are covered in this wonderful document in which I am associated. Rightly, we had a good discussion with Vijay today on mapping right from the first version of the National Building Code in 70, then the 83 version. This, of course, the lost but one version of 2016, where structural safety, health safety, fire safety, construction safety, electric safety, environment safety, life safety, and public safety all are covered in different parts. So any information. Large number of people in this particular room are very actively associated. Shirodesav in particular, I want to thank you, and there are other people also. And this is now the latest 2015 version, covering all aspects of the safe built environment are already covered there. So therefore, most important thing for each one of us to do as a part of the iSafe, that because this is also having information related to not only the buildings but also services like Vijay rightly said, your mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, your plumbing engineer, firefighting engineer, they are not the civil engineers, but they are all equally important as part. If this particular building, if you see, you think of the amount of contribution by all the building service engineers and plumbing service engineer, they all work together. So all these are covered in the whole document. Just for information, the 2025 version is going to come now. In fact, what I would suggest is including iFACE and the Association of Consulting Civil Engineers at the highest level. You should organize the moment the NBC comes out in October to have a series of 52 chapters or 100 chapters, get them all activated to do that. Just to give an idea, see the parts 1 to 6 which are already there, and part 6 structural design on loads, forces, soil, foundation, timber, bamboo, masonry, structural concrete, which are both precast and reinforced concrete, steel and composite constructions come for the first time, prefabrication and glass and glazing. And this is up to part 6. And then you go forward, construction management practices most important during construction, and building service, lighting, natural ventilation, electrical installation, air conditioning, acoustics, lifts, escalators, and moving walks, including power-driven parking system and information communication technology. Under plumbing services, water supply, drainage, sanitation, solid waste, gas supply, and then the approach to sustainability has been added for the first time. And I'm very happy after the Sustainable Development Goal to the year 2030 was formed there, we have the first time we have the chapter, and now the latest chapter would cover all about the net zero carbon related work also. And more importantly is the last chapter called asset and facility management. Very rarely, once we are all architects, engineers, builders working, the moment a building is over, architect gone, engineer gone, builder gone, building is there. But what happens to building? 1 year down the line, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. Maintenance, who is going to look at the health of that? And therefore, asset and facility management will take care of every system to be looked after. Is the air conditioning working? Is the lift working? Is the plumbing working? Is the sprinkler working? You know, all those questions are part of the assets. And this is the first time anywhere in the world, assets and facility management has been added to take care of the performance watch. And this is also going to be important because structural health monitoring is a new area. What is new going to come is that as soon as the buildings are completed, how does the building perform? Just like we go through our own health, so the blood pressure, blood test, and various tests, including CAT scan, this scan, etc. Buildings also require to be continuously monitored. Are there settlements coming? Or tall buildings, especially 40-story building, 50-story, 60-story building. What is the sway coming at the high level? Winds are there. You know, these aspects will go as part of this particular area. And in all this work, not only the National Building Code is an important document, Energy Conservation Sustainability Building Code, Uniform Plumbing Code, as well as the Central Groundwater Board. So all this, the air conditioning work through ISHRE. So all these people are important guideline area. This list is an important one. What are the national standards there to deal with the whole construction area? And it's very necessary that our team is fully geared up. They need not be structural engineers alone, but they also require to understand what is the regulatory framework which deals with the construction activity. That will bring me to the next area, which is on the sustainability, where environment, ecology, energy consumption, quality of life, and sustainable development is important. I told you all these are covered in a part 11 of the National Building Code, including the latest version 2025 called Approach to Sustainability. And this is very important. Whenever you talk of sustain, and in iFACE also, one of the most important cardinal ones is on sustainability issue, which Vijay mentioned on that. And this is an important component which is increasingly attracting attention to make the building not only strong, durable, safe, at the same time, it should also be of good quality in terms of the air that we breathe, the water that we consume, and the energy. So you have least amount of energy. If you have so much amount of energy being taken, can we reduce the energy by 30 to 40%? Can we? Can we reduce the amount of water consumption by 40 to 50%? Can we take care of all the waste management in the building to be done? Can we improve the quality of living, including the green cover? All these issues come under the sustainability issue in a very large way. You're all aware of the 17 goals of the Sustainable Development Goal. This came in 2015. Our own Prime Minister was there along with 193 countries when SDG 2030 was formed. I'm sure most of you are aware of that. So 17 goals there. And then the National Building Code is the first Indian document. Even abroad it's not done. They have captured this in part 11 of the National Building Code in a very large. All these issues are covered. It's covered. They will cover the sustainable built environment and development goals together. This is just about broadly the country's population is big, 5 climatological zones, million plus cities are big. There are a lot of high rise, high density development coming in many cities. How do you deal with that? And therefore, to deal with this particular thing is where the Indian Green Building Council, another agency, is also. I am also very actively associated with the Green Building Movement, just like I am dealing with the National Building Code, all the version. The Green Building Movement for the Green Building rating, to have a platinum rating or a gold rating or a silver rating or a rated building, and these are good measure. Large number of people and builders are going about in a very large way. So we are part of the World Green Building Council working in this work. They deal with residential building, commercial building, industrial buildings, school building, colleges, hospitals, healthcare, factories, including transit, all the metros in the country, plus also campuses. We have gone from buildings to the built environment. Previously it was only buildings. This building should be green, but series of buildings along with infrastructure like a campus or a neighborhood, or even including a cluster development. So you deal with the built environment. The new word is built environment, not buildings alone. So that's where the civil engineers play a role, not only in the buildings but also the infrastructure around that. That together is the joint product there. So dealing with that, you have campus, green cities, even cities are rated. For example, Pune has got a rating, Pimpri Chinchwad has got a rating now, Rajkot has got a rating just now, and also Indore has got rating. So all this, that means cities are taking a lot of initiatives on water saving management. Like when I saw that water line initiative of yours, I was so happy to see what an amount of effort you must have done to ensure your leakage on unaccountable water, leakage is not there, every drop of water is utilized in the best possible way. So all those are efforts which cities are doing in a very large, and they're all engineering of a very large nature. It's not building engineering, it's infrastructure engineering of a large nature. So those are all covered in a very large way. Just to give an idea, today when I talk to you, you see the panoramic view of what all types of buildings are covered under the rating there. 14.5 billion square feet. When I say 14.5 billion, it may not make anything. But when I say that means 1,450 crore square feet. Billion is actually meaning 1,450 crore square feet of buildings are already come under the green building rating of various category in a very large way. Parliament, the new Parliament building which has come, the Narendra Modi Stadium that you have in Motera, Telangana new Secretariat building, the Port Blair Airport, large number of interesting buildings are all being covered under this particular rating because they are equally worried. Government is also equally concerned about all the resources being utilized in a proper way. And fortunately, governments also give incentives. First it was started as Maharashtra government, a 3% for a silver based building, 5% for a gold building, or 7% for the platinum rated building. Some states are giving 5, 10 and 15. Those states are all giving large amount of incentives to it goes from 5% to 15% for green building to be encouraged in a large way, because you're saving water, you're saving energy, you're taking care of waste, you take care of green cover, quality of life is good. Therefore, governments are ready to support you for the particular thing in a very large way. Just to give you how much amount of water will save, energy will save, this detail you can already work it out. And what are the important things that come in a commercial and residential sector? And these are important. There are rating system available for that. And as a result, nearly about 21 lakh houses have already been covered under this. It's a big number, roughly about 2.1 million houses under the large number of builders over here, be it Nashik or Pune or different Bangalore, Hyderabad, are all using the rating system for their apartments in a very large way. And I told you about 20 to 30% energy saving, water saving. These are all the direct tangible benefits. These are the other intangible benefits of better occupancy, health and well-being, and high green cover, low heat island effect. They are contributing to sustainable development goals, etc., etc. I'm rushing because these are all the very interesting features that will give you the quality of life on water saving through the low flow fixtures that you have, as well as the STPs through primary, secondary and tertiary treatment and other related components are all covered there in the water conservation. Some problem? No. Energy conservation, not only the walling material, the amount of you want the light inside but not the heat inside, and the glare inside. How do you deal with that with the right level of design for those particular things? Renewable energy is a very major component of how do you bring solar energy into a construction in a very large way in roof, based on roof photovoltaic panel as against the grid energy. And waste management is another major component which is also included in this particular one. So green buildings to the green infrastructure is a very major component of built environment, where not only green logistics, green metro, green cities, green railway stations, green townships and green villages are coming in a very large way. And these are all very important aspects of the development which are increasingly being adopted by people. And this will also come into warehousing, and this is an area where a lot of warehousing and logistics are being done in Nashik and nearby area. And some of those areas are covered in this particular detail over there. Green townships are also an equally important thing, so catching up there. Large number of good examples are there. I wanted to understand these are about 60 plus townships are going green in India, not only from the government side, but also from the private sector. They're all very leading builders which are dealing this particular thing in a very large way. And of course, on the metro, all the metro and the railway stations and all are also equally important component where they are adopting this particular, including for the high-speed rail component, the new one coming between Ahmedabad to Bombay, that also is being covered under this particular ratings in a large way. There are three types of thing. One is for a green city. For one is the existing city is a brownfield city. You can't do anything. But when you go for greenfield city, which are entail new land, new building, new development, you can plan and do anything good. Am I right, sir? But an existing one, you can only improve upon that. Better water, better sanitation, better sewerage, better drainage, etc., etc. So we are rating for not only existing city, but also greenfield city in a large way, including township development. Now, this is a very important component that all the city development, when you do that, and these are all engineering, all done by civil engineering team over there. And therefore, now you understand it's not only buildings, but also infrastructure comes into a very large way. Some of the new towns which are already adopting is all covered in this particular one. And therefore, we also have a high idea of how the cities themselves deal with the particular thing. And that requires a lot of effort on waste management, clean water supply, street lights. All street lights can be completely made with photovoltaic. The amount of energy saving will be phenomenal as far as the everyday bill that will go to the electricity board or whatever. And many cities have already adopted these particular initiatives. The new word is called the blue, gray and green infra. The new buzzword is blue, gray and green infrastructure, all to be done, which is not, otherwise it was only taken as a pipeline or some other projects to be like a tank or something like that, but give this particular dimension also in a large way. Some other areas where, look at how many number of municipal, I told you Pune already, Pimpri Chinchwad I told, now Mumbai Municipal Corporation, some of the cities which are doing that, including the private sector, the new townships, I identified this particular thing. Green, including green villages in a large way. Some of the initiatives on green villages are identified also. Now comes to an area which is affecting all of you. You're all civil engineers. So we have the way in which the construction is done with local material, vernacular material in a rural area. But you got into the conventional system which is made of cement, concrete and steel. Industrial system doing prefabrication or alternative system using combination of that. For example, this one sketch will give you an idea. See, we are coming from a small village area, coming down to a small town, and go to a middle town, and if you see on the left side, everything is vernacular, traditional, local, using mud, stone, lime, bamboo, timber and biomass. They are done by people themselves and artisans, masons there. Whereas on the other side, when you come to big cities and medium towns, it is all technological. Unless you get steel, unless you get cement, unless you get bricks, concrete, metal, glass, aluminium, and that's top-down professionals, architects, engineers work. Now, what is required is, you require a combination of both, not either this or that. You can have combined both these things also with technological input for walling and roofing for higher one. You can put those traditional other materials for other components of non-structural finishing and service material. That's why the word comes appropriate, intermediate, cost-effective and disaster-resistant technology. So this is now increasingly catching up. You will very shortly know in a few minutes from now a new word called embodied energy. I'm sure how many in the group must have heard the word embodied energy? Raise hands. Embodied energy. That means the amount of energy required for producing 1 ton of steel, 1 ton of cement or glass or aluminium, all these are phenomenally large. See, it's not only energy required for your lighting, but even for producing, because it was never a botheration. No engineers were ever worried about, we don't know, that's the problem of the steel mill owner or cement company or whatever. That's not the thing. Now, they want to ensure that the embodied energy becomes as slow as possible. So the answer will be a combination of both, using the traditional and the technological thing together in a large way. And a major effort is now going through new building blocks required for especially the way going forward from thermal power station, from fly ash, how we can make new material. Phosphogypsum from fertilizer factories, what are the new material can be? Red mud from aluminium, what are the new building block? Blast furnace slag from steel plants, what are the new material? Limestone from quarry, what can be done? Limestone, like that. So these are all the industrial ways. So your new building blocks are not going to be the building block you used to do 40 years, 50 years earlier, because a lot of products are not available, including construction sand and related. You know, it's the problems over there. So Similarly, on the agricultural waste, from rices, from rice mills, bagasse from sugar industries, banana leaves from banana plants, coconut husk from fiber industry. So these are all the new building blocks. This is already coming. Already started coming into the market into a very large way. At the same time, on the other side is high performance concrete, self-compacting concrete, high volume fly ash concrete, on which all of us are happy. When you hear all this particular word, good. Those are the latest approach, not just normal conventional one. You are using the high self-curing, shrinkage-free concrete, use of mineral admixtures, content silica fumes, durability issues, and hydrophobic concrete waterproofing system. So these are all the emerging new technologies on which we'll have to be entirely geared up. Or using products like a hempcrete, which is also done in different parts, using instead of clay being used, they're using the another material for the walling block. Or recycled aggregates, lightweight aggregates, corrosion inhibitors for reinforcement, advanced composite reinforcement, application of nanotechnology, all are the new innovations to be done in a large way. Or formwork. I was told most of the people have made good money in formwork, and if we have done, we have not seen, other than timber material, steel formwork. Maiwa was the only one we have done it. But are you aware in the world, your Doka, Perry, Reckley, Cometel, Distil, some good builders have used all this new formwork system also in a big way. So we need to deal with all these new ideas which are there in this particular area. Or using the climbing platforms for external plastering and painting, rope sustainable cradle platforms for construction. The equipment machinery also will undergo change in this particular area. And prefabricated construction is a big thing catching up. And since your whole thing started in Pune in a large way, and many new initiatives are coming for prefab construction, and that will really catch up because you'll get it faster, you'll get a assured quality, and therefore this will also be done in a very large way. When you deal with all that, is going to be the green materials and products. Now, there's a wonderful rating called Green Pro rating. I do not know how many in this group are aware that all the building materials, either than Indian standard for cement or steel or various one, are you also aware that the Green Pro products are available, which takes care of all the environment issue, and about 11,800 certified products from 390 companies are already producing the green products. So very necessary that your materials to be used should also be done. And that covers construction material, building envelope there, paints, coatings, building interiors, as well as technology. So covering all that is very, very important area which has to be done, which also will be done. Your building cannot just be walls and roof alone. You require the flooring, you require the painting, you require to do all this also into a very large way. Just to give an idea, this will give an idea where all the Green Pro product, each element you say from foundation down to the roof area, you will be able to get an idea on various product range which can come in this area. And India is becoming one of the major, now that will bring me to the last level of my presentation. Is the new buzzword is net zero. How many people have heard about net zero? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, quite good. 15, 14 there, another 2 or 3. It's very good. Net zero is a very major name, and we have launched it actually as a net zero mission. And this net zero mission is all over the world. It's already happening in a very big way to deal with these areas, and that can come in respect of the one. First one is going net zero energy, net zero water, net zero waste, and net zero carbon. So there are a large number of buildings available in this country where you do not bring renewable energy is a very major component. First you reduce all the energy consumption by passive design and active design. Then the remaining amount of energy you do through renewable energy. So I have a net zero not to depend upon the grid energy in a large way. For example, any number of projects are available, including the IGBC headquarters. We give back energy back to the photovoltaic cells that we have put over there. So also net zero water with zero liquid discharge. Yeah. One word each for each one of them. You are aware that India is very much low on energy consumption. If you see that, we are only about 1,181, whereas US is taking 12,900 kilowatt per person per year. And globally is average 2674. As such, we are low on that area. But even then, because our population size is big, if you add the whole consumption, it becomes more there. And this where, as the Prime Minister has already indicated, they will make 50% of all energy up to 500 gigawatt of energy would be made of thermal. You are aware. He has made the announcement in COP26 in Glasgow. And therefore, total energy component in your building out of all these particular combination of hydel power, thermal power, and this will play an important role in this segment there. Some of the net zero energy building ones, which are just to give an idea of a snapshot there. Mahindra's own projects in a big way. And the next component is on the net zero water. Phenomenal amount of effort. It will come from alternate water, rainwater, reuse of water, using that for flushing water. You don't have to put the same water for drinking for flushing purposes. You don't have to use for all your landscaping the same drinking water. That's what we do now. The same quality of drinking water municipality is giving through a pipe system. We use the same one for putting for each one of the things. All wrong. So where you are going to utilize this particular thing, including the wastewater through sullage and sewage to be treated, and that will be utilized and that will be combined with the particular one in a very large way. Some very interesting. I'm going to complete that. I'm going to complete that. Thank you. I know it more than you. I'm going at a much faster speed than. Okay. So this is one of the major project, net zero water, which comes over there with a beautiful lake that has been created in the center there. One of the leading developers called Shobha Developers have done that. So also is on the net zero waste component, which is the important one. How do you use all the three combinations and all components of the waste, whether it's going to be hospital waste or municipal waste or domestic waste or construction demolition waste or e-waste, all the waste, how do you deal with that is covered in this particular area. There is a wonderful project where all these things have been completed recently, and everything I'm giving a good example of where they already applied. They are not in talking over there, so that you get an idea on how they have done this. Now comes to the last one, is net zero carbon, which is I told you, and I told you about the issue of embodied carbon. So now you can understand the map which I showed earlier between traditional was manufactured carbon. Now this is an area it was not our concern at all. Neither the architects, nor the engineers, nor the builders in the country were not even. But the world has woken up. When they saw they are going to have net zero carbon by 2050, all developed countries have decided, 38 of them. China, Vietnam, Saudi Arabia has taken this as 2060. India, Prime Minister has announced it's going to be 2070. That's our goal on that. So therefore, if you have to achieve, it's not enough that you do in the operational energy alone. Operational energy is all the energy required to keep the light on, the air conditioning on, all the system that keep our system going, your vehicles, everything. But also on the embodied energy on the building materials comes over there into a very large way. So we'll have to work on that in a big way. Some of the interesting new projects. So cement companies are bringing with new components for new building material called identified here. Even steel companies are coming with the new type of steel manufacturing options where you can see as against earlier product of carbon, how the carbon component is come down. So they are also worried. Material should be sold. At the same time, they shouldn't consume too much of energy. So their efforts are going on. Similarly for steel, aluminium, glass, what are all the efforts? How much amount of reduction can come through this new product? You should all know that. You should all know, all of you as engineers should know it's already happening in a large way. Larsen & Toubro building is one of the first building they got a net zero carbon done just now. So beautiful building they have completed. They achieved not only net zero water, net zero energy, net zero carbon, but also net zero carbon have been achieved. And how much amount of reduction is come down, details are available. I don't have the time to explain that. And therefore, net zero rating has to cover all type developers, power companies, resorts, airports, logistics, hotels, and financial institutions also very keen to support this particular initiative. And you got a multi-pronged approach. He told CREDAI is one, CREDAI, NAREDCO, Builders Association, Bureau of Indian Standards, supply chain by Green Pro and CMA, Cement Manufacturers Association, all have to put their action. And now we can understand knowledge dissemination, all the names of the agencies. I said, now we can put iFACE also to be included in one of them. So Vijay, you have an opportunity to get involved in this one slide alone as a multi-pronged, integrated, coordinated action to come over. You require something to run immediately. next 1 or 2 years time, something in a short term by 2030, something in the medium term by 2050, and a long term issue of 20. Unless we think of it now, it's not going to happen by 2070 suddenly. So we all have to, if our landscape has to change, our mindscape has to change completely. So we got to put our thinking cap on in this particular area. This is our own building that is got, which is previously to the platinum rated building. You should visit that in Hyderabad. IGBC's own building there. Anybody has seen this in this group? Anybody has seen? I don't find anybody raising the hand. Ah, there, ma'am has seen it. Okay, and that is now completely double photovoltaic, not only from the top but also bottom. With bifocal, they are able to give back energy back into the whole this thing over there. And this will cover the civil construction, energy management group, simulation team, architectural interior design, and the AEC group will completely come over there. These are all the type of people that will get associated. Again, Vijay, you should be able to see an option for you to work your iSpace. Okay, this particular thing is a good slide for you to take it forward. And this is an important education. Now, at the end of the day, I'm happy there is an IGBC accredited professional sitting on the front seat there. Maybe somewhere or there. I told your daughter that she should go for the IGBC AP. So we require over 1 lakh trained green professionals now in all the sector, and that is where the IGBC accredited professional come. You should make part of the education in a large way, and along with the All India Council of Technical Education, we are working to change the syllabus. Also, a lot of courses to be done for faculty development program in a large way. And of course, this is a large green building congress. All of you should visit. It's a great opportunity to visit there. And if you do all this put together, you will be able to, and we should join this as a movement. So therefore, you saw my initial area was all about safety and resilience. My latter portion is all on sustainability. And both put together, Talmail has to be there, and you have to work together. And if you do that, I'm sure you will come down to a situation where the mantra for the decade is going to be, decades means the not only 2030, 2040, 50 is going to be making built environment to be both resilient and sustainable. You have to work. So these two words are going to be very important. Engineers predominantly are concentrating on resilience, structural safety, and all the related component, and the sustainability component is looked out by the other team. Okay, and that's the message for us, I think, in addition to slip that came. Thank you very much for the time given.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you so much, sir. Now I call upon stage Engineer Nandadeep Kokne to kindly felicitate Dr. V. Suresh, sir, our chief guest.
Who is going to come? Hello. Thank you. सबको दिखाओ. Lovely. Beautiful. Yeah, very, very. I'll take it. Thank you. Together we'll make it.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I invite Engineer Amit Sanap, Secretary iFACE Nashik, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much.
It must have been a good information for you.
Well, good evening, everyone. With immense pleasure and deep gratitude, I stand before you to offer vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. V. Suresh, with your presence and for sharing your invaluable insights with us. Your wisdom and experience have truly inspired us all. I also want to express my deep appreciation to our iFACE President, Vijay Sanap, to put forth the concept of iFACE today. A hearty round of applause and thanks are due to the organizing committee, iFACE Nashik Executive Committee. I also thanks our Vice President iFACE Anil Kadbane, all the associations and office bearers of A&E Nashik, IIA Nashik, Kredai Nashik, Kredai Sinna, Naredco, PVAI, IPA, MPA, FSAI, ISHRE, IEI, Triple ID, and BAI. I also thanks the Nashik Municipal Corporation officers, City Engineer Sanjay Agarwal sir, Superintendent Engineer Avinash Danait sir, Dharankar sir, and all executive and deputy engineers, as I see Sachin Jadhav sir, Sandesh Shinde sir, Pagar sir, Samir Rakte sir. I also thanks our esteemed guest Avinash Shirode sir as well, Dr. Sunil Kute sir, our eminent personality from construction industry, Mr. Deepak Chande and Mr. Deepak Bagad sir. I also thanks our fellow members who have come from various parts of India, Nagpur, Palghar, Pondicherry, Goa, Delhi, Hyderabad, Coimbatore, Raipur. I also extend my thanks towards them. Special thanks to Mr. S.A. Faridi, a group managing director from NBM Media Private Limited, Delhi. And I also thanks our sponsors, UltraTech Cement, SRJ Steel, Namco Bank, and Keeping Simple. Just to announce, I would like to thank Anjane University and Maths University Raipur. They have readily joined iFACE, what we have presented today. So good round of applause for both of the universities. 18 colleges and 31 cities are in line to join iFACE. So I conclude this program. Before we conclude this program, may I request everyone to rise for national anthem. Everyone, please. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग